tax relief in respect of rent paid was abolished in Budget 11 and is no longer available to those that commenced renting for the first time from date December 2010. This followed a recommendation in the 2009 report by the Commission on Taxation that rental relief should be discontinued. The view of this independent commission was that in the same manner in which mortgage interest relief increases the cost of housing, rent relief increases the cost of private rented accommodation. Accordingly, the result of reintroducing this relief could be seen as a transfer of exchequer funding directly to landlords, which would not have the intended effect of reducing the pressure on tenants. The normal course of events, a tax credit of this nature would be of little benefit to lower income workers, the unemployed and students who have little or no income tax liability. However, I understand from the discussion at committee stage that Deputy Doherty is proposing that the relief be in the form of a refundable tax credit. An approach on this lines, Deputy suggests, would represent a significant shift which would have a major policy implication far beyond the question of financial support for rent costs. It would take us into the area of income and welfare supports, which is a matter primarily for the responsibility of employment and social protection. In addition, I would point out that this proposal, if it was accepted as outlined by the Deputy, would entail a very significant investment by revenue to provide for. Likewise, it would involve substantial investment by employers and payroll systems provided to develop new systems and procedures to handle refundable tax credits. For this reason, this is not a development that I'm willing to consider at this time. The actions that the Government proposed to take in order to address concerns by the cost of rental accommodation as set out in Rebuilding Ireland, Action Plan, Housing and Homelessness. Finally, at the time of its abolition, the rental tax relief cost the Exchequer up to 97 million per annum. And it is likely that there would be an even higher cost were a similar scheme be introduced, and higher again if on the basis of a refundable tax credit. Deputy McGrath asked a question about the extent to which constitutional grounds may be breached. We're satisfied, Deputy McGrath, that we are at the edge of the constitutionality that we can go to in terms of rent caps, etc. To Deputy Doherty, I have to say that I completely disagree with your view in relation to the amount of money that's provided in Budget 19 for housing solutions. It's 2.6 billion, Deputy. That is not tinkering around the edges. That is the most amount of money made available in any budget ever before for housing solutions.